Welcome to Get Savvy, the podcast for people who want to claim back their time through the power of delegation, productivity, and automation. In a world where AI is evolving at a very, very rapid pace, staying up to date is absolutely crucial at the moment.
Yeah, it's like whether you're a business owner or not, like whether you're an employee or in a role, keeping up with AI can really give you that competitive edge, whether it's in your role, getting AI to do lots of your work, or whether it's in your business where you can actually stay competitive, make really good informed decisions and, increase your productivity, increase your profit, help your team members do work that they actually want to do and not the stuff that they don't. There's lots of opportunities and it can be very overwhelming trying to keep up with everything. We've definitely been through that ourselves, haven't we, Teesha? But it's just like there's so much information out there and it's so constant.
So today we'll discuss some practical ways to stay up to date with AI and what is emerging in the AI realm. So our first tip is follow some kind of AI news through your preferred medium. You don't need to make this hard for yourself. If you spend a decent amount of time on Instagram, then look for something on there. If you spend a decent amount of time on LinkedIn or prefer to read blogs, try and actually implement it into ways that you're already taking in information so it doesn't feel like an extra overload for you.
Yeah, that's a great tip. I really like looking at things on Instagram to keep up with AI because I feel like it's quite like short, snappy kind of content. So if you are an Instagram user and you enjoy being on there, then a couple of places that Teesha and I both follow. And one is Evolving AI, and they also do a newsletter as well if you want to subscribe to that. And the other one is techbible.ai. Those ones, they are really up to date. As soon as a new AI tool or something's announced, they are straight on there and putting up a post, letting you know kind of their thoughts on that. So that's a really great way for us to keep up to date. And then if there's something that, prompts us to say, oh, wow, yes, this is something I want to find out more. This is really relevant to me and my role and my business. Then we can go and actually research that specific thing. So it's just a good way to keep up to date with the very relevant stuff that's happening right now.
Yeah, they're posting everything from, AI phones and cars and actual gadgets, but then they're also talking about all the tools and apps that are coming out as well. So yeah, part of it is relevant to our industry. And so when there's a tool that's mentioned that I'm like, wow, we could use that in Strictly Savvy, then I'm going to go and find out more. So it's not that I'm necessarily taking only the information that's being provided in that page, but it's a really good way for me to stay up to date and then, go and research further like you're saying, Jo. Yeah. And then something else that I don't know if many people actually utilize this much on social media, but you can now subscribe and follow hashtags on, I think, pretty much every platform now, like LinkedIn does it. Instagram, you can do it. I'm pretty sure X, you've been able to do it for a long time, or Twitter, whatever it's called these days. Mm-hmm. So if you find some AI hashtag that you specifically want to follow, if it, again, might be a preferred industry or something like that, then you could follow those, and then that kind of content is going to show up on your feed as well, instead of following a specific page or something like that.
Yeah. You could also join some LinkedIn groups that are focused on that AI kind of topic, that machine learning topic. And then you can engage with others in that forum and then stay up to date on the discussions and people's thoughts and the thought leaders that are in there and the trends that are coming through. If that's something that you would prefer, having a group discussion in a place you can go onto LinkedIn, that would be a good option for you. Mm-hmm.
Same with Facebook groups. I'm sure there will be many AI ones as well. If, again, that's your preferred platform, you could jump over onto Facebook instead of LinkedIn. And subscribing to AI Focus podcasts. And now, because you're already here listening to the Get Savvy podcast, you have, already made that first step. So that is fantastic. And of course, we'll continue to update you as we learn more as well. But Jo, you have another one for us that you could recommend.
Yeah, there's one that has about 300 episodes now, and it is called the Everyday AI Podcast, an AI and Chat GPT podcast. So a great way for you to keep up to date with what's happening with AI and get tips and tricks and stuff on Chat GPT as well, or new features. So that one there looks like it's kind of the most frequent, and it's got a lot of reviews on there. So we think that would be a great option for you.
And if you like reading blogs, there's so much content out there, especially whenever you're searching on Google. A lot of the content that's coming up these days is blogs. So again, that can be really overwhelming. But one of the websites that I quite like is artificialintelligence-news.com for a broader overview on AI news. So it covers, again, all of the latest trends, updates, and breakthroughs in AI as well.
Yeah, because I'm seeing there's a lot of now the robotics, the AI robotics, that's really big at the moment. And I think there's a bit of a race to who is going to actually release their AI robot first. So you'll see a lot of news coming out about that.
Our next way to stay up to date is committing to further learning. And again, however this is going to suit you best, if it is a webinar that you can watch at home, or whether it's a conference or an event actually in person, and then you can get some networking in as well. Yeah, if you find something specific in your industry, again, so that it's not a general overview on all AI, anything like that to further your learning is going to keep you up to date. And they quite often are going to talk to you about new tools and apps, especially if it's something to do with your industry. They're going to talk to you about what is about to come out as well.
Yeah. You can have a look on Eventbrite or any of those kind of event finder events and see if there's anything in your local region.
The next one is looking out for updates from tools that you already use or subscribe to already, because you don't have to go out and, like we said, get overwhelmed by all of this information that is out there. It's highly likely that if you're using tools and apps in your business, that you're already getting email newsletters from those tools with updates on AI and how they're starting to use it on their platform.
Yeah, because there's a lot of integrations that are coming. If you're using any tools, you would have seen that many of them have already bought out their AI integration, which means that you don't actually leave the tool to go and use AI. It's actually inside the tool. And we can guarantee that every tool that you use or don't use, they are looking at what their strategy is going to be for integrating AI so that they can stay relevant and be competitive, because, they don't want to be left behind in their industry either. So now could be a really good time. Maybe previously you just bin those, archive them, delete them straight away. But I feel like I've started reading a lot more newsletters, especially when it mentions the word AI. Because I want to know, what are people doing? What are the tools doing? What are their features that are going to be coming out? Because I think I'll make a bit of a prediction that I think that there's going to be a lot of tools that are going to go out of business and not have anyone using their tool in the future, because the AI tools, when they start to be able to take actions, I actually think that some of those tools are going to be really redundant. It's going to be replaced by AI in some way. So these tools are really going to be thinking hard. How can we integrate AI in here so that this tool becomes something that is kind of the place that someone goes to start using AI and to complete the actions that they want to do and do the automations that they want to do. So yeah, I think there's a really big risk in the tools, online tools that they're called SaaS. The SaaS industry, software as a service, is going to be really disrupted by AI. So they're going to be all figuring out how they stay competitive too. So definitely read those newsletters when they come through, those updates.
Yeah. And you're most likely subscribed to a lot, as we all are, but you could make it even easier for yourself by setting up a rule in your inbox so that anything that mentions AI or artificial intelligence or whatever keyword that you want to flag, that can be moved straight into a reading folder for yourself. So you're not sifting through all of your junk or, having to trawl through the hundreds of emails that you're getting in as newsletters. Or go out and find if there are tools that you are using that you really, really love and obviously want to stay up to date with them, then go and specifically find them in your inbox as well.
Yeah. Okay. And as we've said before, actually start using AI, start having a play, whether it's ChatGPT or whether it's one of the other models, Meta or Copilot or Gemini. Whatever one you've chosen, start using it. Start seeing how you can learn to prompt, how you can learn to use it to help you with all of your kind of written tasks in your business.
Yeah. No better way than getting in there and having a play for yourself and seeing what AI is capable of at the moment. Work on your business instead of in it. So don't just think about the AI stuff, actually dedicate some time and go and do some research, some exploring. That is work time and you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, we give you permission here on this podcast that actually starting to have a play with, keeping up with those AI tools, trends, new features, all of that is really great on your business work because you too in your industry will want to remain competitive and to stay ahead in your industry. And maybe even there has to be an opportunity, or you'll need to seize an opportunity to actually adapt your services or your business model so that you don't get left behind, because we want you to stay competitive in your industry. And that first step is staying up to date. The second step is actually really thinking about what is going to be your strategy for the future.
Yeah. So we'll talk more about that in future episodes. But if you want to stay up to date with what's happening in the AI world, then make sure you're subscribed to the Get Savvy podcast. And if you want help figuring out your AI strategy, then head over to strictlysavvy.co.nz and get in touch with the Strictly Savvy team.